Chelsea are eyeing Xavi Simons. Newcastle's summer transfer window has been truly abysmal, and AC Milan have found their Theo Hernandez replacement via the Premier League. This is DMAC Daily. Assessing Chelsea's squad at face value, and you might be sat there thinking, why would they potentially need another attacking player? They already have 16 first-team attackers currently on the books. A couple weeks ago, it was also reported the Blues needed to raise £60 million from player sales to register everyone in next season's Champions League. So adding Xavi Simons, who could cost anywhere from 50 to 70 million euros, doesn't seem feasible, right? Well, no. Remember, Madueke's sale has since reduced that deficit to around 10 mil. They're also hoping to sell Renato Vega to Atletico Madrid for 35 mil. Joao Felix is eyeing a permanent move back to Benfica. Jackson and Nkunku could also make way. Financially, they're in the clear. Paez and Guiu will also leave on loan, and there's further deadwood to get rid of. So in terms of assured first-teamers for next season, I'd say there's around 7 confirmed attacking players, which means, hypothetically, there's room for one more. And in terms of options available, they don't come much better than Simons. The La Masia prodigy, who left for PSG at 16, had a similar fate to that of Ekitike, immensely talented but struggled for playing time in a star-studded PSG side. But ever since leaving, he's been a revelation, first with PSV, before immediately making a name for himself at RB Leipzig. With 44 goal contributions in 73 games, he's one of the Bundesliga's best young attacking players. Remember, Simons had as many league goals as Wirtz last season, having played less games. Additionally, his ability to thrive as both a 10 or a winger on either flank makes him a versatile option. In terms of quality, I have zero doubts. My only question mark revolves around where he fits in, and more importantly, can Maresca effectively rotate everyone? Keep in mind, Chelsea are a better team when Enzo Hernandez pushes further forward, so the competition in that front four will already be insane next season without Simons. But with Arsenal, Bayern, and United chasing the Dutchman's signature, Chelsea might just want to sign him anyways. On a personal note, I would love to see Xavi Simons at the Bridge. I've been following this guy through every stage of his career. My first ever short and long form videos were on Xavi Simons, so it would be cool to see him sign for the team I support. Staying on the theme of Premier League transfers, and Newcastle aren't having the best of summers. Having secured UCL football whilst ridding themselves of any PSR constraints, this was supposed to be a transformative window, one that would take their squad to a new level. But so far, they have struggled. They first wanted Mbeumo and held talks for Cunha, both ended up at United. They wanted Delap and also tabled a bid for Joao Pedro, both ended up at Chelsea. Dean Housen was linked, he favoured Madrid. They then went all out for Hugo Ekitike, who's now headed for Liverpool. And James Trafford, another long-term target, is now at serious risk of joining Man City. Granted, they did recently sign Anthony Elanga from Forest. He's someone who definitely upgrades the side, but that's 1 from 7. The reality is that Newcastle have been largely bullied throughout this window. Sure, they are a historic Premier League club with serious ambition in 2025. However, they don't have the modern prestige, the pulling power of some of their biggest competitors nowadays. All the while, speculation grows about their own star players' future at the club. Now, I don't envision Isak leaving anytime soon, but as it currently stands, they are not equipped to handle the rigorous demands of next season. So the pressure is building at St. James's Park. Moving to Italy, and AC Milan, fresh off of losing their star fullback in Theo Hernandez to Al Hilal, have moved swiftly to bring in Brighton and Ecuador international Pervis Estupiñán to the San Siro. What's most impressive about this deal is that he's joining for a relatively modest fee of around 90 million euros. Granted, Estupiñán has suffered several injury setbacks the past few seasons, with his performances subsequently taking a hit, but I still think the 27-year-old's capable of performing at a very high level. Overall, I'm starting to quietly think this Milan team has some potential next season. They were able to keep their captain Maignan, Luka Modric brings in a wealth of experience, and the young signings of Samuel Enrique and potentially Ardon Jashari could transform their midfield. A front three of Leao, Pulisic, and Jimenez is pretty damn good on paper. Remember, they're only competing in Italy next season too. This could be a real rebuild campaign. I'm not a huge fan of Allegri as a manager nowadays, but maybe he can redeem himself with this new look Milan side. Anyways, that's today's DMAC Daily. Catch you tomorrow.